Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our market wrap-up for Wednesday, March 26, 2008. I'm Joe Kinahan, Chief Derivative Strategist with Thinkorswim. Well, on a day where we had Ford Motors selling Jaguar and Land Rover to Tata of India, thought it only appropriate that we play the song Cars from the 1980s by Gary Newman. Anyway, let's look at what happened to the car dealers today. Ford off 13 cents on the news, and GM, actually the second biggest slider on the Dow today on the same news of Ford selling Land Rover and Jaguar to Tata Motors of India. Dow overall, tough day. Dow down almost 110 points as we saw a major slide today. Started right out of the gate with durable goods orders being disappointing, and then continued. One of the big catalysts of today's sell-off was one of the major analysts came out and said that it was his belief that the banks would, and all financials actually, would miss their earnings by more than 4 times what originally thought. That would be very, very bad for the market. As we've talked about in the past, the financial stocks are what led this market up. Financial stocks are what led this market back down. We're seeing the rally in the financials now that the government is coming in, the Bear Stearns situation, etc. So if we continue down in the financials, I believe we would see the whole market kind of collapse with them. Obviously, that whole situation bears watching. Citigroup, the largest percentage loser in the Dow today. So that would not be a good situation for the market overall, and we could see some really bad times if what this gentleman says is true. In the Dow today, we saw 8 advancers, 22 decliners. Again, percentage-wise, led by Citigroup, that was down almost 6% on the day. Let's look at some other numbers on the day. S&P 500 E-mini future down over 12 points today. Again, we've talked so many times, it's right at this 1333 level, just above it. We said this is the level that we may go down and test. So now we'll have to see tomorrow what happens there. We see the VIX pop back over 26. We've talked about these numbers again and again, and the reason we talk about them again and again is we keep seeing this situation again and again. Between 25 and 30 on the VIX, between 1265 on the downside and 1365 on the upside in the S&P 500 future. So we have to see which side we're going to break right here, and we're in a narrower part of this range right now. Obviously, it bears watching going into Thursday's action. I'm sorry, today was Wednesday. You know, it's a long week when you're losing track of the days. Anyway, heading into tomorrow, let's see what happens. Keep your eye again on that VIX. It's been a good predictive element of what's to come for the next few days. The fact that the VIX today was only up 36 cents though at the end of the day makes me believe we could see a rally into tomorrow. We could see a rally on Thursday's actions, even though Oracle's came out with their earnings after the close tonight and they were disappointing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for joining us here at Thinkorswim. We appreciate it. I'm Joe Kinahan, Chief Derivative Strategist, and we'll see you tomorrow night. As always, good health, good trading. Thank you very much.